Welcome to episode 40 of the Prop Show with PropTech royalty. Gary Barker.
I've flown in for this.
Gary Barker, CEO of the Reapit. Okay, and the Phil Jones from the Lake District, who used to be customer services manager, but now for 2.5 years working alongside his mother-in-law, and now outshining Sam Ashdown, which I know is an odd thing.
You're going to regret saying that later.
Yeah, I know. He is here to tell us how wonderful he's grown as estate agent. So there's only one thing you've got to say for the start, and that is...
Roll VT.
Hey, welcome.
That was seamless.
There's not much rehearsal.
It doesn't usually work quite as well as that.
So we've got royalty here to
Episode 40.
We've got royalty.
And we got Chris back. He wasn't here the other week.
No.
Yeah,
well,
we've got a very exciting Prop Show coming up with Alex Evans, where Chris isn't going to be here.
Yeah.
Because he's on jury duty.
Yeah.
/ in court.
You mean you couldn't get out of that, saying you had higher profile, clients to see?
Well, I did.
I tell you what, I'm even missing the EA Masters. Back once again for the EA Masters.
Anyway, which means that
we are looking forward to Alex Evans, though. We're going to do a tech takeover.
Which means that we are also missing the EA Masters by proxy. So thanks.
You think you got in?
Yeah, thanks.
You made a film for it.
Yeah,
tickets left anyway.
I tell you what, actually, make sure you watch our awesome Do It for Dom film. Fantastic event in Wales, 2 days.
Hi Dom.
Hi Dom and Susanna and Mr. Whale. We made a cool charity, mate.
Charity?
Phil,
Do it for charity.
So enjoy that at the Masters.
Good stuff. Right, Phil, where are you from, love? No, you do it so much better in the cinema voice.
Hi, love. What's your name? Where are you from?
Tell us really quickly, because people switch off really, they get bored to death if you get
That's with us, not the guests.
Okay, yeah, we did have someone once, can you remember? I won't mention their name, but fucking hell.
No, mention the name is fine, don't worry.
No, we won't, but I don't want to embarrass them.
Me up for something
5
else,
minutes, they were still babbing on you. For shut's sake, just shut them.
Don't real.
Sam Ashdown.
No, she's not been on the show.
Sam Ashdown, but she's welcome. Sam, please
go.
My marketing guys gave me a big script to run off. I've got like 5-10 minutes here. Is that not all right?
Yeah.
Phil, who are you watching from?
Any blind date reference is a bit older than me.
Is it older than you?
Oh no, they started
It's one of the millennials. We're talking about that later.
Hollow Brady. I thought it was Hollow Willoughby did it.
Be it Phil.
I'm Phil Jones from the Lake District, 4 or 5 hours away from here.
Good hustle coming. Well,
Yeah.
It's
thanks.
almost France down there. A lot warmer though.
True. Yeah.
Did you know you get a train?
In the sunshine.
Let him talk.
Oh,
please.
shut up, everyone.
All I know is Kendall Mint Cake.
Yeah,
That's the only thing.
that's
high energy.
So Phil, what do you do in the lakes?
We own an estate agent called Ashdown Jones, and then we own a company that does lead generation called Firewave.
Well, I've been interviewing him today, and I tell you what, I mean, we're going to be touching at someone. You see that bit in the middle, on the righty bit that you're going to.
Is it the bit?
Yeah, top tips for estate
Is that
agents.
off camera stuff?
Yeah, that's the bit you read.
I thought that was a bit scripted again, no? I'm
He's
not
going to be
very
talking
good
about that. Okay,
Fine.
okay. Where you from, Gary? What are you doing?
Dom from CEO of Reapit. As you said, what was it? PropTech royalty.
PropTech
So I
royalty.
have flown up here today in my private jet,
I tell you.
or driven up in my Mini and left it out the back.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. So Reapit, for anyone who doesn't know, what do Reapit do?
We are the CRM company in the industry, the only one.
Description.
Great.
Just in case you don't use it. No.
Excellent.
Yeah, and
Worldwide.
And do you know?
Worldwide now.
Do you know what the only complaint
In
is about?
17 countries. I mean, when Simon says it, he used to say it was 21 countries.
Yeah.
But I think he made up a few, just the places he'd travelled to.
Well, that's fine.
That's fine.
Do you know the annoying thing about Reapit is the only complaint people have about it is it's so bloody expensive, but they never complain about the service.
Is it more
Unbelievable.
expensive than Rightmove?
It's a different thing. So that's
we're
the
nowhere
problem.
near as expensive as Rightmove.
There you go.
They
There you go.
Do you know?
Then you cheat.
But we should be. Yeah.
Did you know that Rightmove are actually changing their name?
No.
Yeah, they're calling it Safaris.
No,
Really?
they're not.
Yeah, because they charge like wounded rhinos. Come on!
Have you got these written down somewhere?
Now, let's just quantify that we love Rightmove. Miles.
Hi, Miles.
Hi, Miles.
We're supposed to be having a meeting with them in a couple of weeks' time. I'm going to regret this. Otherwise.
Don't
Just
start
cut
with
bit
that
out.
joke.
No,
Cut that bit out,
no, in all seriousness, we poke fun, but actually, if you actually balance what Rightmove costs versus old school advertising, newspapers, I've literally had a message this morning from some person advertising person wanting me to pay 500 quid for an advert in a publication that no one will see. So actually, on the scale,
Not being fun, it is good. Every 15 internet registrations comes up with an offer. So there you go.
Brilliant.
All you got to do is do something with those internet
Others are
registrations.
available.
Okay. The average
Other platforms are
amount.
available.
Now this is interesting. The average amount that a UK estate agent spends on Rightmove is around £950 and £960. Okay. How much do you think the average Australian agent pays their portal each month? You last, because you might know.
He probably does know.
Don't know, 800 quid?
The average Australian agent?
Agent, the office, because I know they run.
The office.
Okay.
Zero.
No, to realestate.com.au.
I'd go $300.
How much do they physically pay themselves?
Each off. No.
Okay.
No. How much?
Go on, I'm going to contest this one in a
No.
minute.
How much? How much the actual office? So what you tend to find is because they're big in the hub model in Australia, that you know, so you have one office with like a few agents being self-employed.
Franchise model.
A franchise model. Yeah. So how much does the office pay for a realestate.com?
Is this with Premier listings? And
I don't know, $500.
I'd say 300.
Pick a number, boys.
Yeah, 250
Pounds.
I'd say $10,000.
a month.
A month.
But I'll tell you why in a minute, mate.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, have we gone well low and you're about right?
I'm at 250,000.
Yeah.
Rupees.
Just make your numbers up now.
This is in pounds, not Australian dollars.
Yeah, go.
£17,400 a month.
They do not.
But I mean, there is a really good reason around it though. They don't actually pay for it themselves.
Right.
So there's a different model. They don't pay it. They charge
Right.
vendors for it.
Oh, right, I see.
There is a
vendors pay
there is a
all
vendor
marketing.
paid model, yet I had an Australian estate agent in here on Friday.
Steve.
No,
Dave.
yes,
No, Steve Carell.
Steve-O.
Steve Carell.
Steve
Oh,
Steve
movies.
was there.
Yes.
Do you know that, know him? Yeah, he's with Bruce. Yeah.
okay. And he had Caroline with her, and she runs 45 estate and letting agency offices, franchise models, and the average they pay is 17. Each office is £17,400 per month.
Wow.
Okay, but then I then hit it back because the video's coming out in a few weeks' time, and I said, but it's all vendor paid advertising, and she said, you'll be amazed the amount of agents that do it no sell, no fee.
They will, and they do drop it off. They do drop it off. But
Yeah.
I tell you what, if you did catch her, she is incredible, Charlotte. I had lunch with her last week. She is incredible. Few people in that industry, you look at and you go, holy Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, she was on the Watkins sofa in the PVS studio for an hour.
He started adding that.
Okay, I think you're fine. I bought that sofa. It might be in your sunny studio. It's a shit sofa anyway. It sucks you in, doesn't it?
You're welcome to buy a new sofa.
No, okay. Should we move on to the okay? So, well, actually, this moves in quite nicely to the first question. In fact,
I'll ask it.
Oh.
go on
Go
then.
on, you can ask
Go on then.
I've just seen it now.
put your
No,
hands up.
it's not as the prop show
No.
yet.
Do CRMs care about their customers?
We have to care about our customers, don't we? If you think about it logically, they're the only ones. They're the ones that pay us at the end of the day.
True.
And ultimately, if they're not using your software and you're not teaching them, helping them, showing them how to get benefits out of the software, they're going to walk anyway.
Yeah, true.
And
Okay.
I think it's a massive thing for us. I mean, we're probably one of the few companies that have the kind of customer success team. You can phone us up for support.
Sure.
We actually
You are like
train
Stella
them.
Artois, reassuring expensive.
I like that. I've never considered this that way.
I think you
but
are the Stella Artois.
I'm now trying to think of a comeback
No, don't be.
of what's Brewdog doing in the industry.
Speaking of quality beer, we're going to present the boys with their very own prop show beer. Way! Brewed specifically for the prop show. Get yourself on the prop show if you want a prop show beer. So, boys, please take
Do
one
the
of those
t-shirts as well at the
away
same time.
And also take away one of our fantastic prop show shirts.
Oh,
Okay.
We'll be wearing these at events around the
Yomdale
globe.
socks as well. I mean, we are. I tell you what, merch.
We've got one name.
Okay, do
One
you
name.
want to pull that t-shirt, and then that's yours.
That's mine.
That's
I'll have
yours. Okay, so you put your one domes on. Okay, but this is it. Okay, okay.
We're running out of one
as good
days.
as it is.
Yeah.
I always told like a fly with sunglasses.
You look pretty good at
I
that.
tell you what,
So when I go
smoking.
Yeah.
I fly up to LA tomorrow.
I'd probably take the sticker off.
And I'll take
I'll probably take the sticker off. One dome.
One
One
dome.
dome.
But I think
Do you know how much do you know how many thousands of 0 pences they sponsored to get these on the
zero
show?
pence.
Okay.
Thanks to One Dome for these. We're nearly out of these. If you want to send us a
Okay,
few more,
thanks to Moneypenny as well for the socks.
But we can't thank Moneypenny for the socks because they've not sent us any to give away. So
That's piss poor,
we're
Sam.
just gonna have
Come
to
on.
Sam,
More socks,
I'm going to
please.
put your socks there, Sam, and that's the end of it because we can't give them out. 'cause we haven't got
Okay.
any.
In fact, a bit slightly disappointed you didn't bring any tats. Sorry,
Do you know
merch.
what, I did say that as I was looking around the room. I was going, well, that t-shirt won't fit anymore. Fixed flow of giving you everything. I think he's stressful.
Yeah, because that's he loves us.
Business.
Yeah,
I mean,
we
if
love
you want to
Raj.
show the love, you know,
We love
I mean,
Raj.
I was only saying the other day that I was
just
sure
said-
that Gary, CEO, the boss man, royalty, okay,
I've
would
really-
bring like
Like a
20
wheelbarrow
loads.
of things.
Freaking wheelbarrows.
Wheelbarrow.
So we'd like to thank
freebie.
Love to Move. I don't know if you can see Love to Move. They brought us a bottle of wine.
I've got a wine. There you go. So if you are coming on the
Christmas
show,
party.
That's going to be my challenge now.
Christmas
After
party.
this, we'll see what comes
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
There you
Well,
go.
but please
So,
enjoy
yeah.
the PropShow beer. Please wear your PropShow t-shirt with pride. And if you want to get yourself a PropShow t-shirt and/or a PropShow beer, come on the show.
in fact, I think this is now a great opportunity for a note from our show sponsor, PropShow Beer.
I'm teetotal, but when I do drink, it's got to be PropShow beer.
Ah, it's a good
There
one.
you go.
Good one.
Okay, I think it's now
Have
time
we got
for.
enough adverts?
Yes, we just roll them around, no one
Oh,
notices.
okay.
You're fine. Put your shitty hat on and answer the big question.
It's time for Ask the Prop Show. So, what are your top tips for agents? I mean, you've got a different
For marketing.
Firework, is it called?
Firewave.
Firewave.
Firewave
Sorry,
might work.
Firewave. What does Firewave do?
It's a fire in a wave.
It is exactly that.
Let me try.
So we've got 3 done for you services, 1 direct mail, 2 content, and 3 is funnels.
Give us one tip on each one. Hot tip. I know you sat on the Watkins sofa
So,
in the
top
PDS.
tip. So just no. Hang on a sec. Let's break that
There's
down.
some shit hot stuff.
Just
That
break
direct
down.
mail is amazing.
So just to quantify for people who don't know what your service is.
Yes.
So you encourage agents. Is it a way of contacting their clients with this information?
It's a way of acquiring clients.
Okay,
Wiring
he's an estate
clients.
agent
Okay,
who's
good.
shit hot, who's got a great mother-in-law, but he does all the work. And okay, and basically,
Harsh but fair.
okay,
I think
just-
Sam might be on my table.
I just wanna say-
if she's not, I might get
Sam
her
will
on
be
there.
down. Sam will be down here, putting the record
I,
straight.
ju- I
You're
just
welcome.
I just want to say for the record that I love Sam to bits, and I think she's wonderful.
We'd love her on the show though, right?
Okay, well she doesn't like coming south, so you're not like.
I'm not surprised. It's like France down here.
But basically, what's happened is by actually bringing an agent, they've actually been able to test and measure in their own
Okay.
agency.
Great. So now we know.
One top tip on all of
Now we
those.
know. Let's have a top tip.
One tip direct mail. Yeah, long copy. Always that's a short copy. So
10 pages long.
10 pages without till 5 pages, etc.
He's given in the video. He's told me exactly what to put in the letter, and also for free, you can download a template and 11 ideas.
Great. We'll
Like
watch those.
it,
So watch those on YouTube soon on what we like to affectionately call PropFlix, which is Chris Watkins' video YouTube channel, and
1,100 videos in 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, you need more subscribers.
Sounds like a hobby.
No subscribers. It's not all about measuring things. What is it with you men? You've got to measure things. No.
But we'd like to get into YouTube space, so if you could like and subscribe
Like and
to Chris's YouTube channel,
Get
that'd
10,000.
be amazing, because as soon as it gets 10,000 subscribers, we can go and do a tour of YouTube.
It's not all about you. Right, what's your top tip for social media content?
Be persistent. So
Okay.
regular content.
Okay.
Yes,
good.
And top
the
tips for
Gary Vee
funnels?
model.
Funnels on Facebook.
Funnels. Pick one.
The one that blew my mind was no call to action on an advert.
So on the Facebook ad don't have a button. Try and make it look like an organic post.
It was gold.
And not just property stuff. How many times is it on Facebook? You look on there, it's like a whole listing about properties. And you're like,
Yeah.
I can get that.
Yeah,
one.
no-
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to attract sellers, not buyers.
Yeah.
Use that content is aimed at the seller.
Great.
I've got a question about CRMs, but I'm trying to think of it now. So
That's
Paul,
all right, because we're just launching a Facebook product actually.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Oh, right. What's
from
that?
a social media perspective
He's-
to advertise properties. If you can take new property on, because you're right, it's all about getting the sellers now and increasing the buyer. So new property comes on the market, 33 Acacia Avenue.
Yeah.
We know from the CRM buyers come from a 5-mile radius. We know that there's 200 people in the CRM
Yeah.
from a lookalike audience. We feed that into the Facebook algorithm, send that out to the lookalike audiences, and it increases buyer engagement. and
Wow,
sales.
you've
Hold
got
on.
some data. to
Hold
Hold
use
on,
as well.
See-
CRM shouldn't do this. You should be just a boring prop tech company that just collects data.
Do you know what we should be?
Okay.
You know, and just paperweight or something.
And what's all this about you opening up and opening up your what's it called?
Well,
AVM
giving
or
it a
something?
really weird name called a PAS. That kind of thing.
And what's all that about opening up and allowing prop tech firms to pimp up Reapit? What's all that about?
Because why not? I mean, nowadays, people.
But surely you're opening the door. You're letting people steal the data, aren't you?
No, we're not. I mean, we're working together with people. If you think about it, I mean, not just listening intently to a little bit of what you were saying, your products, but the CRM is there as a central point of hub and processes and business processes. But you know what? When you look at the amount of clients, they all want to do things slightly different in their own different way, and they want little niche solutions. There's 6,000 prop tech companies according to Unisu now, and I'm like, integrating with just APIs is like, it's like an old man walking down the road with some data.
Because it's a pain. You go to every prop tech firm and they say, "I want to be integrated with Reapit," and it takes forever.
Yeah, it does. And we've got rubbish APIs and web services, and whereas the new PAS, we were like, well, what we could do is we could copy everybody else, or we could do something completely brand new, and actually not just open it for data, but actually allow people to develop. So Rajiv actually.
And why won't agents swap?
Right.
Why don't agents swap CRMs?
Because we're really good, Reapit.
No,
but they do.
No, not from you, but swap to you.
Mainly because we're one platform: sales, lettings, property management, client accounts, digital, open connectivity. We drive value. We actually concentrate on why you should use a CRM. How many clients do I walk in and past buyers, past sellers aren't contacted. There's no workflow. There's no task plans. There's no, we've got a full dashboard about the things you should be doing.
So
and if you can't do it, make sure somebody knows.
Why don't people shift to you then?
They do.
Well, they do.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about it's really hard for agents to swap CRM, just like landlords.
Do you know what?
Or is it just a perception?
It's a perception that it's disruptive in their business. It's as disruptive as you make it. Don't get me wrong, change management programs are hard.
Yes.
But accept that you're going to go through some short-term pain for a bit more long-term
Like changing a phone or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like dating a new girlfriend,
Yeah.
There you go.
But also, just as an aside, I love the fact that you used Acacia Avenue as your thing.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have a banana man.
Yeah, we should have a banana
if anyone
man.
has a banana man from the 1990s,
You know what? I was wasted on you at that point. I thought nobody was going to
if you've got a banana man kicking around in a box looking miserable at home, we'll have a banana man and I'll make him an Acacia Avenue sign. So
Okay. I think next we'll go and ask what Steve says.
What does Steve say?
Steve says! Social media rocks.
Thanks, Steve.
And then finally, just before we go for the last
I'm going
question.
to get rid of it. That's the end of us.
Okay, another advert from our PropShow sponsor.
Hello?
Hello, is that the PropShow?
Yeah, that's the PropShow.
G'day, mate. How's it going?
Hey, yeah, it's Neil Martin here, and you give advice and stuff. Am I right?
Nilo, yeah.
Nilo.
We give great advice.
Well, I'm at this seminar, and every speaker is deaf by PowerPoint. I'm struggling. I'm really struggling, and so's the front row, and the next row, and the row behind it. In fact, the whole thing. I think everyone is wanting to cut their wrist or something. Is there an answer to this?
Yeah,
Tell you what,
to be honest, mate, you should probably just give him a PropShow beer.
PropShow beer, definitely.
PropShow beer? Why didn't I know about this before? It's going to solve all of my seminar worries from here on in.
Thanks, Neil. See you later, mate.
Cheers, mate. Cheers.
Great.
Right,
So,
let's leave with the final question.
but we always ask this question. Millennials and estate agency.
I tell you what, Peter Knight did did a video.
I think this question is slightly old hat now.
It got disproved last week, actually.
Because
I'm ready, by the way.
Yeah, so go. Talk to us about what your opinions are about millennials and agency these days.
Well, he is one. You're one.
Yeah,
I was one.
I'm not a millennial, I'm a zennial.
No, check date of birth, you're a millennial.
How can I be? I'm going grey. Too young.
Have you put any colour in your hair?
No.
You have? He has put colour in his hair, hasn't he?
Anyway, on to someone more interesting, Phil.
Yeah,
I'm just looking at me and you can't be millennial.
exactly.
I've got no chance.
Exactly. No, I definitely am not.
Right. I don't know why we've got to add in estate agency on the end of millennials.
Yeah.
So
It's a commonality, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's across the board.
It's that bloke keeps chucking videos out. He just puts it on just to get more views.
Just
I
to
think.
get a bit of a rise at people. But no, but what I mean, do you
I think it's
I mean
down to
you're a
the manager.
millennial. You're a millennial.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You were born in
1982.
1992.
Yeah.
82. 92.
I can't have been born in 82 because I was born in 82, which makes me not a millennial. So 92.
Yes.
Yeah. So you are a millennial. So you've grown up with internet and all this technology and everything else.
Yeah.
But I mean, do you think there is a kind of apathy in that generation towards work, or do you think it's just that the world has shifted so dramatically in terms of technology and also travel and transport and everything else that the world is a much smaller place, and so what people actually want out of their work is different?
It's difficult to answer because I didn't see it beforehand.
Yeah.
But
True.
You've always had the internet, haven't you?
yeah.
And he didn't have it on the modem.
Yeah, dial-up.
I remember the time you had to switch between phone and internet.
Yes.
That's about the earliest it was.
The earliest. Yeah.
But I think, especially in the estate agency, it's seen as quite an easy industry before you get into it.
Yes.
And there's no barrier to get into it at all. There's no level you've got to be at.
Exactly.
And therefore...
No one actually says at school, I want to be an estate agent. It's just the kind of the job you fall into.
So if you fail at something, or not fail, if you go down a route and get stopped, then it's an easy industry to fall into. I think that's why it might potentially get not the level of...
But you look at Australia and America, for example, it's quite a revered
It is,
career.
yeah. People-
Gary used to-
Australians absolutely qualify for it. I know what you're going to go with this one, aren't you? Go
Well,
on.
no, we just said we look at McGrath, for example, and we spoke to Troy Malcolm last year, and
Yeah.
those guys are on it. It's like a
Look at Panos.
yeah.
Tom Panos,
Mental.
James Tostervan, Marcus Chiminello, you know, there's countless numbers of Philip Webb, you know, Alistair. I mean, they're all unbelievable agents. And you know what, over there, it isn't seen as just you know, this, and I take your point that people say, oh, you fall into it. Over there, you absolutely want to do it. You've got guys that
Do you think it
become
attracts different
administrators. It does, but they want to because, you know, they're successful. They're earning, you know, they're closing down $1 million a year. These are great guys. And it's a personal trait over there.
Very
I don't think we do enough in the UK of evidencing
100%
how
agree
much
with you.
work goes involved in
That's one of, but a lot of there are a lot of good people trying to change that. I think the guild.
I mean, you must employ a lot of millennials in Reapit. I mean, how do you motivate? Surely the issue isn't with the millennials, it's the way we
the
as
managers.
bosses
Yeah.
deal with them and find out what motivates them.
And you know what? Yeah. And it's you go through the recruitment style, but there isn't one way of managing them. I don't care what anybody says about millennials; they are different. There isn't trying to put them
But is
into
there one way
that
of
little
managing
hat and say, look, there you go. That's all the way. They have to have different things. Some of them are career motivated. Some want flexible working. Some want the tips and tricks. Some of them want to be able to work along different avenues. They want to be a developer or a project manager or a support person, but they don't want to be pigeonholed into that. They want to do a different thing.
But the industry does do that by we pay commission and commission only, and then therefore that if you're not motivated by money, where do you go?
It's lost on you at that point.
But my argument would be that things like, I'm going to be smart now, Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
Basic needs,
Maslow's hierarchy of basic needs. Money isn't there. It's not a motivator. It's an enabler. Okay?
Yeah.
That's not new theory. I would argue that millennials are no different to any other generation. What motivates me as a human being in my 30s, not a millennial, is mid to late 30s.
So he's got enough for Al Pacino, he's all right.
It's Al Pacino, yeah.
Is that the one with the cover on it?
Shut up.
I can sense a really good point coming up.
I've lost my they do this. And
Why say it in 10 words when you say it in 100?
Is this still the clever bit?
Phil booked himself on for next time. Well done, Phil.
Phil can come again. No, but what I would say is I don't think any generation is different. I think that regardless of whether you're a millennial, whether you're an exennial, whether you're not in any of those brackets or whatever, people's motivation and where they are in their life cycle, their motivations are different.
Their outlooks are different. I just find, you know, when I work with a lot of our millennials, you know, they just want different things, and there is just no one pigeonhole for them.
Amazing.
I mean, I actually think if you turn Maslow's upside down, that's more to the point of where millennials are, because the self-actuation, the bits that make their life different is what they're after.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know, the gym membership, the coffee shops. You know, have I got an office that's right by a coffee shop, and is it a good coffee shop? It's bizarre in some elements, but it makes a big difference. And have I got the right tech that enables them to do their job?
Sure, yeah.
Cool.
Interesting.
Right, well,
I think that's about it, really.
yeah, so I'm looking forward to next time when he won't be here. So that's fun. So guys, thanks a million for today. And there's only really one thing to shout, isn't
I
there?
didn't say that beforehand.
What? You have to shout shalom at the end.
Shout shalom and point to the camera.
Yeah.
Shalom!